Hello, dear community, and very welcome in our breaking news talk today. There's a big transaction coming up between Coinpanion, Austrian platform for ETF-like crypto investments, and Revix, UK-based, also a similar company to Coinpanion, and both founders are with us. Sean Sanders. Sean, welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
And Alex Valtingojer from Coinpanion. Alex, welcome.
Happy to be here.
Big news, guys. Very important transaction. You are creating Altify together, merging both companies and creating Altify as a new brand for your customers and for further expansions. Let's start from the very beginning. Maybe just to introduce you, Sean, Revix, UK-based and operating in South Africa. What did you guys do so far, and what brought you to close the deal with Coinpanion?
So we are weirdly similar platforms. We launched about 5 years ago with these ETF-style investment portfolios that you can invest in the crypto space. And it has been an incredible ride. A tough last period for like everyone in the crypto space. But Alex and I got to meet up a couple of months ago. Good couple of months ago, and we've hit it off, and it's been an amazing experience going through this transaction. So now the objective going forward is to create Altify, which is an alternative investment platform. And what we're really looking to do is to make investing in the alternative investment market just really effortless. What has happened in the crypto space, which is really interesting, is that most people can go that want to invest in crypto, and they can go to an easy to invest platform, and they can do that. But investing in alternatives is incredibly difficult. So we're looking to change that going forward. A bit on my background. So I'm a CFA charter holder. Before starting Revix, I was in the investment banking space. Had loads of fun there, but having way more fun, I guess, being in the space now.
What brought you to the Greek crypto space?
I think it was a need in the market that I saw for a platform that allowed you to invest in the crypto industry just like you invest in the traditional markets. So if you're investing in stocks, most people are investing in indexes like the S&P 500. And because this is such an unknown space, I was like, why is there this product that doesn't exist? And I think that's exactly what Alex...
Same idea, yeah.
Exactly what Alex experienced. And that was the problem that needed to be solved. So that's what we launched with Revix. And yeah, I mean, grew quite a lot. We have about 40,000 users in South Africa, one of the major investment platforms there. And we look at the African continent and we think that there's a lot of opportunity for growth. And, teaming up with Alex, we've in the past looked at the DACH region, in particular looked at Germany, looked at Austria. We were very excited about looking to enter these markets. We just didn't know how. And now we've got the right partner to do that.
Is the Altify the brand, the new mutual brand for the DACH region, or are you changing Revix in general also in South Africa?
This is for the entire company. So this will be for South Africa, this will be for the DACH region and worldwide. But we really want to focus on the EMEA market. So Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So continuing to focus on the DACH region. I mean, we've got a really good loyal customer base here in Germany and I guess in Austria as well. And then we look at the South African market. We've also got a very loyal customer following there. So the markets that we want to focus on going forward, it's very much sort of Northern Africa into Europe as well.
Fantastic transaction, actually. What does it mean for Coinpanion? What does it mean for your current customers? Are they expanding their portfolio, becoming new opportunities to diversify their investments?
So yeah, it's going to be a really nice experience for our customers. So we're going to merge Coinpanion into the Altify brand the next couple of weeks. And how this is going to proceed from a customer perspective is that they can keep the existing customer profile, they can log on to the new platform, and they immediately experience a much better user experience. We come with better prices. So together with Revix and now Altify, we developed a better pricing system in the sense that we trade on multiple exchanges, getting the best price of each cryptocurrency for our customers. We come with lower fees, more selection of portfolios, more selection of single cryptocurrencies, multi-platform. So we have web, Android, iOS. So actually for our customers, I think it's even a better transaction than for us, because it's really from day one, once this transaction happens, our customers just experience a way wider and better investment experience.
Fantastic. How did the transaction come to be? Obviously, we all know super tough times for crypto startups, for founders. There will be a lot of M&A activities going on the market. How has the last year been for Coinpanion?
I mean, you just described it. I think it was a pretty similar year for Revix, Coinpanion, and multiple other crypto companies. You definitely noticed that there was just a more hesitant consumer base. And we saw that it's just way harder to get new customers on the platform, to grow, to just get more people excited to investing in these kind of products. The lucky thing about Coinpanion, and I would say also Revix, was that we really focus on these index-like, ETF-like products, which are way more sticky than traditional investments, because customers have savings plan, they stay on the platform, and they do cost averaging to stay into the market. But it was really hard to expand our user base. But I think that's also the opportunity which we kind of saw, So the game plan going forward is actually trying to consolidate multiple players together and emerge one stronger player out of it. And actually, we just recently did another transaction within Altify. So it's not just Coinpanion and Revix, which emerged through Altify, but recently also added another company to that mix. Maybe you can tell a bit more about that. But the goal is really going out, talk to different players in this field, and offer ourselves as a strong partner to get into a more brighter future.
So Altify will remain strategically active in the M&A space?
We will. It's a big focus of ours going forward. So BitFund is the company that we've recently added to our mix.
BitFund?
BitFund, yeah. A South African crypto investment platform. Interestingly, also focusing on these crypto ETF-like products. So we've added them to the mix. Phenomenal team that we engaged with there. And interestingly, just before I go down the consolidation-led route, normally when you're dealing with a transaction like this, you've got lawyers involved, you've got all the financial aspects that come in, but it's been amazing dealing with the Coinpanion team, honestly. And I don't just say that, having two teams come together with very different backgrounds. You've got British people, you've got South Africans, you've got now Austrians, but it's been pretty easy. It's been phenomenally easy coming together. If anything, the sort of team members that you would hire if you were given the opportunity. So that's been really great. Now on the consolidation-led approach, we want to sort of follow that exact same framework. So we want to be adding additional businesses that have regional aspects that we don't necessarily have. So if you looked at, let's say, Eastern Europe, or you looked at Northern Africa, we'd love to be bolting on those sorts of investment platforms, but it is about the people as well. So we want to be able to bring on really good team members that can complement the company as well.
This is what I observe in crypto space. I think many crypto companies have fantastic, phenomenal founders who went into this space with several backgrounds, believing in this space, and now really through super, super brutally tough times, running out of cash, have to find different solution for them. So at the same time, it's going to be amazing amount of talent there to build a really big company. And I guess Altify is using this opportunity to build a big company in a much faster pace that would be possible, for example, in previous time.
Definitely.
Got it, yeah.
If you look at it as well, rewind, let's go 3 years, 4 years ago, the brain drain from the financial services space, from the tech space, into the Web3 crypto space was the fastest you've ever seen, really. And I think all the innovation that is still happening within the financial services sector is happening within the crypto space. And you know that there will be another innings or another opportunity within the crypto space, right? You're starting to see the market, and maybe it's a little bit early to say this, but you're starting to see a lot of excitement return to the market. I don't think we need to see the euphoria that we had in the past. But this asset class is finally being treated as a real asset class. Like this, the Bitcoin price is shown on news channels now. And 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that wasn't a thing. So you're seeing the space mature, which is really exciting, I suppose, for us being in this industry. And I mean, having the likes of a Bitcoin ETF just around the corner, again, very, very exciting.
What is the general situation on the market? What do you hear from other founders? I was talking to some investors, and they say rough, tough times in the US, in Europe. Many are running out of cash. So what is the real situation on the market? What do you hear from your peers?
Yeah, I think that's. I think we can talk a bit out of So how to describe it to not be too rough? It's really a tough time for a lot of companies out there. I think we both were a bit of in a better position than most other companies. We had exceptional investors. We got good funding. We also reached a certain size, which allows us to continue operations without burning too much cash. But many players out in I can especially talk about you, Zone here, started their company in 2020, 2021 mostly, in times where there was a lot of euphoria, easy cash, and it just didn't reach the significant size which you kind of require to operate a platform like this. This is not like your typical SaaS platform where you say, okay, I have a service, I develop it on the side, and I don't need anybody else. But you are kind of dependent on a lot of third parties and also in the traditional financial space. So they come with a lot of costs. They didn't reach the significant size, and they now have hard times to get additional cash. But like we said before, these companies often come with exceptional products, exceptional team members, and we see just a good opportunity for both sides to just join forces and build one stronger player out of these altogether.
What does that mean in the coming weeks for your customer base, the current one? Are they going to be migrated automatically to the new platform? How does it work?
Yes. So how this transaction is going to go is actually pretty straightforward for the customers. So they're going to continue having their account. So there's not a need of like re-onboarding or creating a new account and going through complicated measures, but we try to make everything as easy as possible. So in the end, what our customers really going to require is just they're going to have to log in on a new website or download a new app. But they can use the existing customer account. They have their funds there. They have the portfolios there. So it's not that we force our customers to sell a product and go through some complicated measure. We really made sure that coming together means really coming together and offering the same experience to our customers, just better. Like I said, with better crypto prices, lower fees, more selection, broader experience through web, Android, iOS. So from day one, it's a win for the customer.
Fantastic. Legally speaking, I don't know if you're allowed to say anything about that. If you're not, then don't. Is it a merger, as I said, in a traditional meaning, really merging two companies, or what is the deal structure in general?
I think that's bit complicated to describe. So it's not a traditional merger, but it's numbers of different parts of a transaction. But I think it's a bit hard to describe how this is actually set up. But I think what really matters is we were able to perform a transaction in a way that the companies really come together, in a sense that they can work together, that the products can come together, that the customers can come together, and that we are able to have still a significant size of interest in this business together.
Fantastic.
I think the end outcome is that you do land up with a merger-like structure.
Merger-like.
We just had to take, we had to just take into account, we've got investors on both sides. You need to think about their tax considerations as well. So that's why we say it's been an interesting transaction.
Speaking about investors on board, obviously for what Altify is up to, M&A activities, you will need funding, you will need cash, you will need stability in your core business, so to say. Are you ready for that? Do you have enough funding for that?
We do have enough funding for that, but we will go out in the future and look to raise additional capital.
Yeah.
I think in the space that we're in, we're wanting to grow, and we're wanting to grow quickly. I mean, Alex shares this belief with me. You don't want to sit back and have a business that's growing 1 or 2% every single year. You're looking at triple-digit growth on a yearly basis. We will need additional capital, but for the foreseeable future, we're in a good position.
What does Altify mean, actually? How did you come up with that term?
I love that you're asking that. So Altify is a play on alternatives and diversify. And I think what's quite important about this is that with Altify, sure, we'll have crypto investment products and we'll have the widest selection of crypto ETF-like products that you can invest in, but we will be focusing on having alternative investments. So if you think about investing in, say, real estate or venture capital, or you think about private credit, a slightly more exotic asset class, these are investment assets for the rich people and for, I guess, institutional investors more broadly. We want to bring that closer to home. We think that everyday people should be investing like the ultra wealthy. We think that it's a fallacy, and it's actually incorrect for everyday people not to be getting exposure to these alternative investments. Now, of course, I think coming from a financial background, you sort of have to put the disclaimer, you've got to invest knowing yourself, knowing your time horizon and all the rest. And some alternative investments that lock you in for an extended period of time aren't for everyone. But for the majority of people, they can get more alternative exposure than what they currently have. I think if you look at the alternative investment market more recently, say over the last 5 to 10 years, you've outperformed the S&P 500 by 4 times. Right. So you can look at this and you go, well, why did everyday people not have exposure to that? Why did it have to be the ultra wealthy that had exposure to that? And I think it's that narrative that gets us excited. We're looking at that going, we can fundamentally make a difference to people's lives in a way that I think very few other things can. And that's what's getting us excited.
Wow. But it will be, in that meaning, completely not new, but totally expanded product. And so you'll be working on the product as well, on the legal sides of it, because different asset classes have maybe different legal requirements, but at the same time on the features. So you guys have a lot of plans for the near future. The product team is staying on board, or how is the setup here?
Yes, so we're going to go in a distributed manner. So the Vienna team remains, the Coinpanion team remains. Revix is in the UK and South Africa. And yeah, the teams come together and work together.
Okay, so also for your customer base in Austria, you're not kind of moving to South Africa. They will still have people here who they can talk to and so on and so forth.
Yes, the goal with Coinpanion is really that we are kind of the centerpiece of the European expansion. And with Altify together, we go more broadly in the EMEA region.
Fantastic. So what are the next milestones in the first half a year after the merger? Obviously, apart from the post-merger work, which you will have to deal with.
So I think first and foremost, it's MiCA that's coming up. So we're getting prepared for that, which is the markets in crypto assets regulation that's being implemented across Europe. There's regulation in the crypto space being implemented in South Africa right now as well. So it's working through that. There's all of the alternative investment licensing that's required. So the legal and compliance teams are going to be very busy with that for the foreseeable future. And as you mentioned, the product teams are going to be digging into a whole bunch of things. So we want that triple-digit growth on an annualized basis. That's going to mean that we're going to be very busy, I think, for the foreseeable future. The big next milestone beyond just the regulation side of things is getting that next alternative investment onto the platform. We are kind of known both as crypto investment platforms. we want to break that mold and be known as an alternative investment platform, which means that we need a successful, really interesting, impactful sort of investment opportunity
that you can offer to your current customer base.
Correctly.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for explaining Altify. Congratulations on the transaction. I know there's been a lot of tough times for all crypto startups. We'll be reporting about that also for the biggest ones. So really congratulations that you managed to do this deal and offer your customers actually a better, broader product portfolio than it was so far.
Thank you.
Well
It's a
done.
win for everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
All the best, guys. We'll obviously now not report anymore about Coinpanion, but Altify in the future. Looking forward. Keep us posted. And we'll stay on this story. I think it's exciting times ahead. Stay tuned. Thank you for being with us, and ciao.